Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you guys are doing well. You see the laptop, you know what that means. Another This Week in Fragrance. We got some upcoming releases and some of these are pretty interesting. A new Tom Ford Private Blend, a new Tumi, a new Brioni, which those actually are low-key, like under the radar bangers. And then a new Stronger With You. Kind of. Armani just decided they could not let the year end without doing another one of their 2024 things that they've been doing, you know, like with Acqua di Gio and Armani Code and all that stuff. So yeah, all of these I'm gonna talk to you guys about here today. You can find linked in the description at ifragranceofficial.com. So check them out there if you want a little more information. And before we jump into the first fragrance that we're gonna talk about, here are a bunch of codes you can use to save yourself some money across a bunch of different discounter websites. So the JOMASHOP code has changed. There are two codes technically, and those work only in the JOMASHOP app. Then we've got some codes for Max Aroma, two of those, and then Frag Flex, Twisted Lily, the Perfume Box, a bunch of others. Let's jump into the first fragrance. We're gonna do the Brioni first. And as I said, Brioni has some fragrances that are actually really, really excellent, and you can find them for a great price at discounters, especially Brioni Eau de Parfum. That one is pretty cheap, and the Intense version, that's really nice. So this one is called Brioni Suave. Or if you wanted to throw it way back, maybe you could call it Suave. This is a new fragrance coming out right at the tail end of 2024, and the write-up from the brand states, Michel Almerac, the legendary perfumer who created the house's first 4 signature fragrances, has partnered with his son, perfumer Romain Almerac, along with renowned nose Jerome Epinette. So we got a trio here, a trio of perfumers. The blend starts with the Salty Leather Accord by Jerome Epinette, while Romain Almerac added the house's signature touch of elegance, and Michel Almerac concocted the blend as a whole, adding more depth and allure. This fruitful collaboration culminated in a sensual fragrance that has a subtle, dominating character. So it is both subtle and at the same time dominating. Typically when you're talking about fragrances, if you say one is dominating, it probably is not subtle, but that's okay. They kept the write-up here just super short, sweet, and to the point. A lot of times you get, you know, multiple paragraphs where they're really going in on everything they've done and all the ways it comes across. With this one, they're basically just like, yeah, so we got 3 perfumers. That guy did the leather. This guy over here, you know, he added some elegance. This dude over here, he finished it or something. I don't know, man. It dominates, okay? But it's subtle. Nice write-up. Note breakdown, pretty simple. In the top, pink pepper, cardamom, mandarin orange. In the mid, leather and vetiver. In the base, amber and sandalwood. This one does look decently different from all the others that are out there in the line currently. Like I said, the Eau de Parfum Intense, if you've not checked that out, you have to. Tangerine, bergamot, apple, and that one also oud, just smells absolutely killer. And yeah, actually looking through this more, there's like nothing in common with this note breakdown and Eau de Parfum Intense, and also quite different from the Eau de Parfum as well, the first one that came out. That one was really more so based around violet. Also had ambroxan, pink pepper, kind of like an ozonic opening. So this is something completely removed from that, and obviously, you know, they brought in 2 additional perfumers, so I really couldn't tell you exactly which way this one is going to go. I would assume since it's coming out now, or we're here very soon, that this is gonna be a fall wintertime type fragrance. That's really how it reads here, leather, vetiver, amber, sandalwood, cardamom. But the quality on these is typically very nice for designer fragrances. Also has good wearability across the whole range. So this is one that I'm very much looking forward to because this could be one of those, you know, compliment pulling, sexy fall winter fragrances with a nice classy edge to it. Well, they did say that about it, right? They said, a touch of elegance. So I meant elegant edge, not classy edge. But it could be that type of fragrance that nobody out there really knows about. So it could be one of those hidden weapon type fragrances. Something to set you apart, that smells great, that's high quality, that doesn't cost much, that not many people know about. That's all good to me. Let's move on next to the Tom Ford, and then we'll talk Armani. So this new Tom Ford is in their private blend line, and it's called Amber Intrigue. And with this being a Tom Ford private blend, a new one, you're gonna be looking at most likely for a 50 ml size bottle, full retail, $405. Good to see Tom Ford keeping things affordable. Just playing. Tom Ford's never been affordable. Here's a write-up from the brand. Amber Intrigue tantalizes the senses with its sensual core. It wraps the wearer in an earthy start of fiery cinnamon sprinkled on lush dates, while the warmth of vetiver and sandalwood oils take center stage, paving the way for a dry down of golden amber laced with the resinous labdanum. The new private blend fragrance is harbored in the signature flacon of the house, albeit in a see-through vibrant shade of amber brown. It says it's already available at Harrods in 50 ml size, and obviously it's gonna pop out everywhere very soon. Note breakdown there. Top, dates, cinnamon, and olibanum, mid of vetiver and sandalwood, base of amber and labdanum. So reads like something that's gonna be very resinous, possibly a little bit sticky sweet with the dates in there, the amber and the labdanum combined. I would imagine a little bit of like a smokiness, a little bit of an incensey type feel as well. 405 bucks, it's pretty pricey. So this is one that I'll probably wait to try to pick up from a discounter or something like that. But for those that are big fans of Tom Ford, you got a new one coming. And I do like the note of dates, I gotta say. It doesn't get utilized a whole heck of a lot, but when it's done well, that is a note that can turn heads. All right, what do you say we dig into the Armani? Yeah. So like I said, this appears to be what Armani has been doing a lot of this year, which is taking fragrances that already exist and then changing it and slapping 2024 onto the end of the name and then being like, hey, look, something new. I have truly lost count with how many times they've done that this year already. So, you know, we have the new code Eau de Parfum, where they moved it into the new bottle style, and then they changed the fragrance completely. So if you buy Armani Code Eau de Parfum now in the newer bottle style, it doesn't smell at all like what Armani Code Eau de Parfum was when it was launched. And it's not like Code Eau de Parfum has been out that long. It came out in 2021, but it's already essentially been discontinued. I know you could say, no, it's been reformulated, that's not a reformulation. That's an entirely new fragrance in the new bottle. So they did that. They've done, you know, the new Aqua de Jo Eau de Toilette, changed the bottle style. So now it's like Aqua de Jo Eau de Toilette 2024. Same thing with the Parfum, with the Eau de Parfum. Same thing with Aqua de Jo Profundo. You know, they have Profundo, Eau de Parfum, and Parfum now. But what used to be just Profundo is changed. Different bottle style, the fragrance has been tweaked, it's been changed. And like I said at the beginning of this video, they said to themselves, like, this can't be it. We gotta do it again. This whole 2024 thing is pretty sick. And they have, apparently. Stronger with You Intensely 2024. And in the reading that I've done so far, to be fair, I have not smelled this yet. So this is just what I'm able to find. They do say that this is definitively a different fragrance from the original Stronger With You Intensely, and that the formula has been reformulated. Yeah. Now I have ordered what I assume is the new Stronger With You Intensely 2024. It's not here yet, but I've ordered it. And when that comes in, I'll check it out and do a video for you guys and let you know if it has changed, if it's a big change, like with Armani Code Eau de Parfum, or if it's a small change or what. But they say the formula has been tweaked to include other key notes like the signature chestnut accord. I'll do a quick read through here for you of what the brand has put out, and I think you can find this on Sephora as well, just like this write-up right here, which is where I bought my bottle, so hopefully they don't send me one that's like, you know, not this. Like, wasted money. Ugh. Anyway, it says, introducing Emporio Armani Stronger With You Intensely, because apparently it didn't exist here, so they got to introduce it. Is it stronger? Thought it had been here for years, but anyway, introducing Emporio Armani Stronger With You Intensely, the daring fragrance for men which draws its inspiration from unbreakable bonds. The new fragrance boasts a powerful, it boasts a powerful, seductive fougere amber woody character. It starts with the fiery pink pepper essence, which melds into the signature Stronger With You Intensely chestnut accord, adding a sense of warmth and uniqueness to the blend. The heart combines aromatic lavender and sage for an assertive, sophisticated character, along with the nonchalance of youth. The base is a woodsy melange of amberwood and vanilla essence, which further elevates the blend's complexity and longevity. So, yeah. The note breakdown as we have it right now is just those 6 notes: pink pepper and a chestnut accord, off the top, lavender and sage in the mid, amberwood and vanilla in the base. Now, one thing that you might be noticing there, and one thing that you might be questioning is probably, you know, the same thing that I was questioning when I saw this initially as well, which is that note breakdown is not all that dissimilar from the original note breakdown. It's simplified, it's streamlined, but when you take a look at it, there was pink pepper in the original Stronger With You Intensely. There was also lavender and sage in the original, and as well, there was vanilla and amberwood. Some of the notes that are left out of this new note breakdown are the toffee, and that's kind of where like I get hung up on, because it's not that the toffee note in Stronger With You Intensely is super far removed from the chestnut, right? The chestnut that it's known for, the Stronger With You line. You also have violet leaf missing, you have cinnamon missing, you have suede leather missing, you have juniper missing. Hopefully I didn't say any of those twice, but anyway, you have those notes missing in this new note breakdown, but you could chalk that up to, like I said, just kind of streamlining the note breakdown, simplifying it. So the question is going to be, is this something where you smell it and you go, oh, it's, you know, 6 half dozen. It's close enough that there's not really a big difference here. Or is this gonna be something where you smell it and you go, oh, yeah, they changed up what's really the focal point here. That is what I'm kind of like rolling around in my head there. Is this something where you're gonna get it in and that chestnut is ramped up and you go like, oh, okay, like I see what you've done here, right? And where the cinnamon, which is actually a decently prominent part of Stronger With You Intensely, where that's not listed as a note at all, does that mean that they've taken that aspect and they've kind of gone and replaced it with something else? Because while I said, you know, the toffee note that's in here in Stronger With You Intensely is not super far removed from what they did with the original Stronger With You, if they do take the chestnut and really ramp that up and kind of retool the fragrance itself and rebalance things, maybe get rid of some things, then you could go, oh, yeah, that's actually completely different now that the toffee is gone. Because that's one thing that I've learned myself with creatively directing some fragrances. You might, on the outside looking in, say, oh, we're gonna change this note, or we're gonna swap this, or we're gonna do this. And in your head, you think, that probably won't make a massive difference, but it'll just tweak things up a little bit. And then when it's actually done, you go, oh, that changed everything. So this means potentially a couple of things. It means if this is a big change, which I'm not expecting it to be massive, but if it is a big change and you love the original Stronger With You Intensely, you wanna be aware, because this is one of those deals where there's not gonna be Stronger With You Intensely 2024 and Stronger With You Intensely Original going forward, right? There's gonna be a cutoff point where that original Stronger With You Intensely formula is not being made anymore. And now it's just the 2024 iteration, which means if you really like the original, maybe you wanna like scoop a bottle up for yourself before the prices start to get kind of wonky. But at the same time, if the new Stronger With You Intensely is about the same as the original, you know, who cares at that point? I mean, there will be some people who obviously are still gonna prefer the original, but if it's pretty close, you know, just something to keep your eyes on for sure, because with the changes of some of the fragrances that Armani has made this year, it's been pretty big. Like the Code Eau de Parfum change, the Acqua di Gio Profondo change is pretty apparent as well. But then you had Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum, and that change was not as massive. You know, the Profondo change was more pronounced, at least for me. So it's kind of up in the air, man. It's kind of, you don't really know until you smell it yourself. And like I said, I ordered it. It should be here early this coming week. So assuming that what I bought is this, which it said it is, then I'll know pretty soon. But right now, it's up in the air. This is more of Armani's stuff that they've been doing, just no heads up or anything, just like, hey, reformulate everything. But yeah, that write-up is on Sephora right now. I'm looking at it right now, saying, you know, it opens with pink pepper, blah, 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 chestnut accord, all this stuff. So that's where I bought mine from. We'll see. I'm probably gonna get a bottle that was made in like 2022, and I'll just be like, ah, sweet. Now I gotta buy it again. So yeah, Stronger With You Intensely 2024, there it is. Don't panic just yet if you're a Stronger With You Intensely fan, but have your head on a swivel. If you notice that the change is massive. Like if you start to hear that, you smell it yourself and you realize, yes, I don't like this as much, I would scoop up the original if you're a big fan. All right, let's talk about this Tumi Dusk Extrait. Another one dropping right at the end of the year here. Dusk Extrait de Parfum is made for the adventurers who go through life's challenges with their eyes wide open. The woody aromatic fragrance begins with vibrant top notes of bergamot and lemon, followed by a heart of powdery violet leaf and, what's up with this fiery pepper? Every pepper is fiery now. And nestles on a woodsy base of vetiver, musk, and amber. I dig the look of the bottle. It's kind of like, I don't know, midnight blue with a tinge of purple to it. Looks pretty sweet. Dusk. It's got like a picture with a tachometer in the background, like you're driving around at night. That's kind of cool. Note breakdown, not a whole lot to glean from that. Bergamot, lemon, violet, pepper, vetiver, musk, amber. Hopefully it doesn't have any kind of Aventus similarities to it. For me, Tumi makes fragrances that are usually pretty good quality, wearable fragrances, some of them better than others. I think the issue is some people don't like that price point, you know, close to 200 bucks for a fragrance house that is more well known for making luggage. But they do have quality bottles. I like the cap, like the locking mechanism is cool. So I'll keep my eyes open for this one. I don't know that I'm gonna be scooping it up for 175 unless it, you know, turns out to be absolutely amazing or something like that. But I'll keep my eyes open for it because I do enjoy them. So there we go, guys. Some upcoming releases, some strange goings-ons over at Armani. Which one gets the treatment next? I mean, at this point, it's like nothing is safe. Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing is safe, is it? Aqua de Jo got a new bottle for the first time in ever. Talking about the eau de toilette, and we're not counting like special edition type things when I say that. Yeah. I wonder if that's gonna be a trend. Start to see like all these different fragrance houses. You know, this edition, 2025, 2025, 2025. Eros 2025, Eros Eau de Parfum 2025, Eros. All right, guys, thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Let me know which fragrance you're most interested in. I'm trying to get the cord away from me. Probably stronger with you, right? To see if there's a big change. If there is a big change, is it for the better, for the worse? Is it about the same, close to the same, exactly the same? Like, what's the deal? Hopefully find out soon. Thank you all. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow. See you guys.